Welcome to my first month as a CEO. Now, on my first month, it was number one, pure excitement that finally I have something of my own. Number two was a slight fear of what if? What if we don't make the cut? What if we don't make enough money to take care of the bills at the end of the month? And I can assure you that the biggest challenge was or has been finding a team you can work with. We see on posts, we see on different platforms how people complain about not having jobs, complain about unavailability of opportunities. But one thing I can tell you for sure is the hardest thing to do, or the hardest thing to find as a new business owner is a committed team. You will either find people that are not skilled with very weird expectations. You will find people that are highly skilled, but then they are asking for quite a lot that you might not be able to pay at that particular moment. Or you might find people that are just in the middle, no initiative whatsoever. They're just there. So you have to constantly be on somebody's back, constantly have to direct things. It's more of like you have just employed a shadow, but then you're the one doing the jobs behind the scene. So at this point, I find myself in a situation where one thing for sure I can tell you is that God has been grateful, because on our first month of operations, we had about 5 contracts. So, and this is after me sitting down, leveraging on the work that I have done for different brands. And I went back to the brands and I said, yo, hi, how about, I kind of work with you guys indirectly. So you'll not be working directly with me as Mapenzi, but with my company, though I promise to deliver the same standards of, the work that I delivered when I was an employee of the company. And majority of the companies that I have worked with actually said yes. And that's one thing you need to understand is there's a very important thing, and that is to have discipline, and that is to always do your best, regardless of the position, regardless of the pay, regardless of what is being offered, because you never know when you might need these people. You never know when you might want to knock on that door again. And so, due to the fact that I always take my work like super, super seriously, and I always try my level best to deliver as per what, I'm required to, and even go above and beyond. Majority of them said yes, and within the first month, I had 5 signed contracts. Now, the biggest challenge that I experienced was actually finding people that could meet the standards, finding people that I could work with. I can tell you for sure, it is still a challenge up until today. It is still a challenge. I am still constantly working to build my team. Like I am still constantly working to finding people that I can really, work with, task, and people that can get the job done. It's not a lot. Am I asking for too much? Like, just get the job done. Get it done. That's all we're asking for. Just do your work and get paid. Okay. So, now I found myself being the accountant, the salesperson, the marketing person, the business development person, the manager, the supervisor, any role you can think of in a company. I was like doing everything. And I was really, really, really burned out. I had a lot of stress. And it really weighed down on me so heavily that my health started being affected. My children were not seeing their mother because their mother was either in one meeting in one county or the other, or in, like, I was always doing something. And so by the loving grace of God, we lost some contracts. We still retained some. And it wasn't like we lost the contract because we got fired. I had to let go. I had to be like, yo, hi, I think we should put this on hold for a little bit. I'm currently working on my team, so I'll kind of pick it up a little bit later. And they're like, yeah, amazing, Mapanzi. Thank you so much for just being open. So whenever you're ready, you can come back and we'll definitely reconsider. That was painful because that was money coming out of my pocket. And to some extent, I'm like, it got to a point where I was like, am I cut out for this? Is it my leadership skills that have a problem? Is it structure? Is it our whole employment scheme and everything? I wasn't sure what was going wrong. But within that first month, I learned to be patient. I learned to be kind. I learned to be direct. I learned to guard my money because people are manipulative out here. People are takers out here. People are, what's the word I'm looking for? Selfish, demanding. And so those are the lessons that I took. The biggest mistakes that I made is at some point I did a PT hire, hired people out of PT. That costed me. The accounting bit, I did not understand what was meant for where. So I found myself mixing my own my own personal finances with the company's finances, which did not go quite well. But once we got to month 2 and I corrected the mistakes of month 1, at least things started to straighten out. So on the next video, we're going to talk about month 2. We have not gotten to the tea yet. Chai inakuja. Ngojeni ya month 2. Month 2. Oh, by the way, my name is Mapanzi, and I recently won an award, 50 under 50 award. And towards the end of this year, I will be traveling to Mauritius to go and get my award. Stick to this page. Na mwanze kulike hizi vitu. Yeah. Okay, bye guys.